Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to Qrobics. I'm Miss Jubna and she is Miss Sona. We are here robotic students. Okay, so are you excited? Are you ready to explore the world of robotics? Okay, so we need answer from you. Are you excited? Are you ready to explore?
Yes.
Very good.
Hey,
Yes,
we are receiving some messages in the chat, even Ms. Rubina.
Okay, very good. So let's begin our session with the story. Okay, so you all might have heard about the story of the hare and the tortoise, right? The hare and the tortoise, they were having the running race. The hare slept in between, and finally the tortoise slowly went there and won the race, right? Okay.
Yes, we were discussing about the moral of the story only, right, Miss?
Yeah. Yes. So who can tell the moral of the story here? Anyone knows the moral of the story? Anyone? Hare and the tortoise story. Yes.
Who is this? Is that Fajan? Great. Yes. Fajan, yes. You can unmute your mic and give us the answer.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Very good. There you go. So slow and steady wins the race. Okay. So we can bring a twist in our story.
How come?
Okay, so can we give a robot to the hare and it will do something?
What that robot will do?
What it can do?
You mean like to do the surveillance or in order to watch whether the tortoise is coming, right?
Yes, yes.
In order to help the hare?
Yes.
Yes. So we are having a new character in our story and we are going to do the surveillance by a robot, right? So the moral of the story will be changed, or the end part of the story will be a different one, right?
Yes, yes. It will be like the hare will be having a robot, and when the tortoise is coming forward, the robot will wake the hare up and will instruct him to run. The hare will reach the target. He will reach there, and the hare might have won the game if he has had a robot with him. Okay, so the moral of the story is also changing, right? So because it was slow and steady wins the race. So when they have a robot with them, it is changing to
Smarter people wins the race.
yeah, the smarter people wins the race. So are you ready to be smart?
Are you ready to win the world?
Yes.
Say it again, all of you. We can't feel any energy. We have more members here. I can listen from only one.
Everyone, say louder. So are you
Yes.
ready to be smarter?
Very good. So let's begin our session.
Okay. So we are moving to the interesting part of today's session. Today we are going to do programming and coding.
So first of all, let's ask them whether they know what is coding, what is programming. Do you have any idea what is programming or what is coding? Do you know what is coding?
No.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay, fine. And
Anyone has an answer? Yes.
It's
yes,
like a
Saifullah
computer
Rahman.
language.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so first of all, let's give them a brief idea what is a program or why we have to program. But in our session, we are discussing about robots. Why we need programming and coding here in this session?
Okay. So when we are talking about program, a program is a set of instructions that we are giving to perform a task. So when we are giving a set of instructions or when we are giving something, it should do something, right?
Why we have to give instructions?
Because it cannot think by its own like us.
Yes,
Okay.
because we are making machines. Robots are purely machines. Are you all agreeing with that? Are you all agreeing that robots are machines?
Okay.
Machine cannot think by
Robots
its own.
are electric machine.
Yes, electronic machines they are.
So it cannot think by its own. So we need to tell them what to do. We need to program them, right? We need to program a robot or if it is a computer or whatever machine it is, we need to program them. We need to give instructions. Just like a real life example, it's like when you are going to board the school bus, you might, some of you might be going in school bus, you know how to go to the school bus. Your parent might have told you, you need to reach the bus stop, then you need to wait for the bus to come, let the door open, you will be entering. So you will follow all these instructions in a step-by-step manner. In an order, they are following the instructions.
Yeah, so for different we are going to make different sort of robot, different kind of robots we are going to make, and for each robot we have to make different set of instructions. But what is set of instructions? The set of instruction means we have to give them the proper order. If some instructions are there, if it is not in a proper order, suppose if we are making a lemonade, if we are how we are making lemonade,
we need to follow the steps, like we need to take the tumbler, we need to put water, then we will be having lemon. The first step is not drinking the lemonade.
Yes.
It should be the following the steps. So following the steps and doing the things in correct order. Even the instruction in correct order is an important thing while you are doing the coding. Okay. So when today we are doing with some coding, okay, before entering the robotics world tomorrow, we will be starting with some coding part.
Or the instruction, how we can give instructions to our robot, how we can make this instruction, how we can feed it in our robot. So we should learn what is a program, how we can make our own programs. So in today's session, we will begin with the programming part.
Okay, so
are you ready?
So we will be following the instructions to do the coding, or you are going to do your own coding, the coding by yourself. You are making codes by yourself. Okay, so I'll be giving you a link in the chat. You all need to open the link and then we'll be start doing it together. Okay, let me give a link in the chat. All of you can open that one, so that we all will be in the same page and we will start coding. The chat, in the chat, you can check the chat and the link is given over there. Okay,
Let's
please
wait
open.
for 1 minute. Let everyone
okay.
open that code by the. Oh, it's interesting. It's a football game, right?
Okay, I think all of you, if you have in the same page, you can we can just start. If you get thumbs up from you, we will start. We will move to our coding part.
Ma'am, this
Yes,
link we have to do?
Yeah, this is what we are going
Just
to do.
click on the link which you received there in the chat.
Please
then
click.
another tab will get open.
So this one, you can see my screen. This will be opened over there. Can you see that?
Give us a thumbs up if you are already on this page.
Okay, so if you are done, just give me a thumbs up so that we can start the coding. Saida, Saiful Asman, Hamna. Okay, I got a thumbs up from Saiful. I am waiting for Hamna and Saida and Fajan to give.
Amrud as well. We have one more.
Amrud, yeah.
Yes, Hamna also is ready. Then Saida,
okay,
Amrud
Amrud
also got it. Fine.
Saiful Asman already got. Saida and Fajan. Okay, so shall we start moving to our coding part?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you all can see a football on the screen.
What about others? Worried whether I'm want to give the response.
Yes.
Yes, fine. Yes, fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, so you all can see a football on a green background. Okay,
Yeah.
then you can see some instructions over here, and
Yeah.
there is some codes given here. You can see something in orange color, blue color.
So,
Ma'am,
let's.
ma'am, this one?
Yes,
Yes.
the one on the
I
screen.
didn't do the first one.
Okay, no need to do that. Just we will start
Yes,
from here.
please. And have you
Okay.
been doing this Scratch programming? Anyone? Have you learned Scratch?
So please raise your hand. How many of you have done with Scratch programming here? It's fine. We are not asking like if you need to learn Scratch. We just want to know how many of you know
Because
about the
it's
Scratch.
similar to Scratch. That's why. Yeah, Hamna, she knows Scratch. Then yes, only Hamna knows Scratch.
Okay, no worries, Hamna. So it will be easy for you. That's it.
So first of all, let's give them a brief idea.
Okay.
Which are the sprite or how they can use you can use the block. All these things we can give a brief idea first. Then we can start programming. Miss.
Okay. So what you are doing is you are doing the programming or the coding in Sprite Lab. This is called a Sprite Lab. A sprite means something that is a character or an object. Okay.
Yes. Here the sprite is the football. The picture or the object that you can see in your program, that is called sprite. And here you can see a football. So the football is the sprite or the thing that we are using in our program.
Okay.
So it's
everyone,
about the sprite. So sprite, here the sprite is football. So the thing
Ma'am,
that
can I
we
do
are,
this?
yes, we are going to start this.
we
Okay.
are going to start.
So
Can
read
I
the code.
start?
Yes, we can start. Okay, all of you, we are starting it. Read the code, then make a prediction. Okay, even you are seeing here, you can see different color codes here, right? So it is orange color. When run, set the background color to green, make new sprite. When the sprite begins, it is spinning right, then it will spinning to the, moving to the east. Okay, so one thing I need to tell you, the sprite is doing all these things at the same time. Okay, not differently, it will be doing at the same time. Okay, now let's see what is the question. Read the code and then make a prediction. The sprite will spin and move at the same time, or the sprite will spin first and then move later. What should be the answer?
Option C.
I have just given you the answer. Option C. Okay, you gave me the answer. I'm going with your answer. Okay, option C. The sprite will spin and move at the same time. Let me then what you need to do is, all of you listen here. You click on this run. Okay, when you click on this run, you can see that the ball is moving towards the right, spinning right in the direction of east or right direction. Okay, so that is a code. You have programmed your first line of code. First code, that is a sprite in Sprite Lab. So both behaviors will happen simultaneously. What is the behavior? So what is the behavior? You press continue in the next level. So what is the behavior means what the sprite should do. Okay, all of you listen to this one. You can see blocks here and you can see workspace here, right? In the blocks, you can see the sprite world.
You can see the world, sprite, location, and behavior. Isn't it? So while we are choosing the world, what things we can see the background, what we can add, and then the sprite means we already discussed that the sprite means the characters or the things that we can add.
Characters or the objects. It can be anything. It can be of anything of their choice. Okay.
And the location, like where we have to place this word, where we have to place this sprite or the object. We will not say object in this programming, we will say as sprite only. Okay.
Okay. And next we will see what is a behavior. A behavior can be how the sprite should respond. Okay. When there is an event, when we are giving some input, how the sprite should behave, what it should do. It can be fluttering, it can be moving, it can be spinning, it can be jumping. What your sprite should do, that is the behavior. Okay, so the world will give you the backgrounds. The sprite, you can select the characters of your choice, you can change the location, yes, and then you can give behavior to your Scratch.
So how to change the location or how to change the place where the sprite is placed, we can choose this pin.
Okay, so instructions, please go through the instructions. We are doing more with sprites and behaviors. First, let us practice what you learned in the last lesson. First, you need to make a sprite. Okay, so for making a sprite, first what I need to do is I'm giving a background here. Okay. Then I'm going to the sprite and make a sprite, make a new sprite. You can see here I made a new sprite, right? Can you see the new sprite is
You can
made?
see the outcome on the left hand side. What
Amazing.
Yes, very good. So we will be having more amazing things coming, okay, in our next session. Okay, so here you can see that the sprite is over here, right? We need to change
What
the
is
location.
that?
This is a
This?
sprite. This is our sprite.
Even we can change the sprite. Miss Jovina, please
This
change
one?
the sprite.
Okay, I need to change the character.
The blue
So,
one. The blue
okay,
one.
I'm
yes.
taking the blue one.
Yes.
When you click on this arrow, you can change, you can select any sprite of your choice. This is called a sprite. This is our character and it is called a sprite. Okay,
Ma'am, what is this?
this is programming. We are doing programming. Okay,
What is this? What I'm pointing?
Which one?
which one you are pointing here?
The blue one.
The blue one is a
It's a
sprite.
one-eyed sprite. It is a one-eyed sprite.
How
Sprite
about
means
the
any
red one?
Yeah.
The red
it's
one?
The red one.
Okay, you can select any.
Some funny characters that we are
I
going
can
to add in
select
our
blue.
Yes,
Yes,
up to you.
of
You can
course.
choose whichever you want.
It's up to you. You can select the one of your choice. Okay. And if you need to change the location, what you need to do is, all of you listen here, you can see this 200, 200. That is the position. I don't need to explain to you about the XY coordinates because you already have learned these things in mathematics lesson. So these are the coordinates. So you can click on this pin button. Okay. All of you listen here. When you click on this pin button, you just go to the background. You can select any place for keeping the sprite. Okay, I'm keeping my sprite over here. So you just click on this pin button, okay, and move the sprite. Okay, then what is asked here? Set the sprite size.
Yeah.
How do you?
How we could change the sprite size? While we were clicking on the block, sprite block, we know that there were two blocks given. One is make new sprite and other green one is set the sprite size. Here we can change the sprite size. Any value up to 100 you can give. Any value you can give up to 100. So Miss Jobina, please make it a little bit big. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm making the sprite as 75 size. Okay. It can be, you can give your own size to your sprite. Okay.
Any
And
number which is below
begin
100 you can give.
any behavior. So we are going to give any behavior.
So what is a behavior? What's a behavior? While we are clicking on this behavior tab, you can see some options. First one is create a behavior and the other is sprite or something which begins, and then some characters are given there, some habits are given there. So here it is some mandatory blocks
Okay.
have to be added. That is sprite begin.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm adding some behaviors. First, you make a set a background, then we make a new sprite, and size is also changed. Then when the sprite begins, it should do. My sprite should move forward, jittering, moving, spinning. I want my sprite to wander around there. So I'm just giving wandering. Okay, you can select your own behavior, your character's behavior. It is purely your choice. Okay, so click on you can select any behavior from there and we will just try this. How do we try this? Click on the run. See what my sprite is doing? You can see that, right?
We can add that background as well, so it will look more.
Okay, in the coming steps, yes,
Ma'am?
yeah.
Ma'am, how we can take the blue one sprite?
Okay, I will show you.
How we
again.
can take
Okay?
the blue one?
Okay, so look at the screen. You can see blocks here. Can you see blocks here?
Yeah.
You can click on the behaviors. Okay, when you click on the behaviors, you need to select sprite begins. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how we
So-
can take the Sprite.
On the drop
Blue
down. On the
color.
drop down.
Blue.
Yeah, he likes blue one, Miss. So we can choose the blue one. We have
Okay.
to choose the blue one from the drop down arrow. You can see a drop down arrow. Can you see that?
Oh, got
And
it.
from that you can choose.
Okay.
Yes. But you have to keep one thing in mind. If we are choosing any particular, suppose if you are choosing this blue one, all of this block should have the blue one itself as the sprite. Otherwise, the program will go wrong. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Okay,
Fine.
very good.
How do you feel?
Okay, so shall we move to the next level?
It just fly.
Okay. Okay, click to open the events category. Now it is time to learn something new. Okay, event means something happens. When something happens, how the sprite should respond. When something is happening, it should respond to the
Like
program.
if I'm hitting you on your face,
I
how
will hit you
should-
back.
That is the response, right?
Okay, so when an event happens, the sprite should respond. Okay, it should change the behavior or it should respond. Okay, how do you do that? Okay, before there
Ma'am,
was,
can I go drink some water?
of course, please come back. We are having some interesting lesson. And one more thing, so please make sure you are drinking water and going to the bathroom before the lessons. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so we can see the blocks here. World we have explained, right? Locations, behaviors, and now the new block come here. That
It's an
is
event.
okay.
Event block. Yeah.
Okay, so here you can see that time events. There are different types of events. Okay, in this program we are going to
Ma'am,
see
I
the
have a doubt.
time event. Yes, tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this events, like we set the timer and that timer like it'll do whatever it wants, right? Is it
Yeah,
like that?
in this time, yeah, this time event means it will be over time. So if your program is running and when it becomes this much, okay, if it is in 5 seconds, you need to do something, it will do that if you are adding time event.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
okay. So the instructions are given there. So what you need to do in this is time event, all of you, please be listen this. This is time events. We are going through time events now. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
what
we
is
have
time event?
okay, so it will be responding at particular time. Okay, the behavior will be doing in particular
For
time.
example, suppose if you want to make sound in every 3 seconds, we can make it happen like like some sort of sound we can add. Yeah, it's an example for time event.
Okay, so you can see the instructions given here.
The,
So
the
I have set the
sprite
back-
should begin a second behavior after some time has passed.
Yes. So it will be like you already know that this in this code, the background is set to this color. I need this background. If you need to change your background, you can change that. And we are making a new sprite. New sprite.
Which is blue, yes.
Okay, it is up to
We
you.
can
You are
also-
choice.
We can also change into any colors, background.
Yes, yes. Of course. And the behavior is jittering. Okay. And at 3 seconds, I need, so I'm going to events.
At
I-
3 seconds,
Yeah,
event
at 3
block
seconds,
to
at
lock
3 seconds,
works.
what should the sprite should do? At 3 seconds, the sprite should start moving for, let me see what it should grow. It should grow. This is my code. You can select your own behavior for your own behavior. Okay.
Can I take
Your own
growing?
behavior. Yes,
Yeah,
of
it's
course,
okay,
of
up to
course.
you.
It's up to you. It is your
You
code.
can choose any card.
It is your
Ma'am,
code.
when you will start it,
Yeah, I'm going to do that. All of you on the same, all of you done this at 3 seconds. Sprite begins. Did you write the code?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to
Yes.
run the program. Let's see if it works or not. See what is happening at 3 seconds. At 3 seconds, it is starting growing. Can you all see that?
Timer also there, right?
Can you do that again?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So at 3 seconds, okay, at 3 seconds, what I will do is, at
Can
3
you play
seconds, I
that
have
again? Can you play
yeah,
that
wait,
again?
wait. Okay, please wait. So at 3 seconds, okay, there will be timer coming.
Yes, we can see the timer, and in the behavior, from the behavior, what sort of behavior we have to add? That is the thing that we are going to do. So at 3 seconds, after 3 seconds, what it have to do? So for that, we have to go to behavior again and have to add that. Sprite begins to grow. That we were discussing, and now we are going to change it to spinning right. Okay, fine, that's also good. Let's see. Yeah, the timer is.
No, it should do.
Can you put
Yeah.
walking? Can you put moving left and right?
Okay, okay, okay.
So instead of this jittering also, we can change it to moving left or right.
Yes. At 3 seconds, the sprite, blue sprite, begin to moving left or right, right?
Moving
Where's
left
moving
and right.
We can add, but the
Or
first thing we can
moving
do from
forward.
here.
Yeah,
Moving
We can
forward.
right.
we can
Put right.
and
Okay, okay. Then I will
Just
select my own.
moving
I
right.
will select my own. I will select my own. You can select your own thing, okay? My sprite, I'm going to give this, okay? So just see this, moving west and looping.
yes, it is. Now
Can you
it's
see
moving.
this?
Yeah.
Okay. So it will after 3 seconds, when the program begins, and at 3 seconds, it started to change its behavior. The behavior has changed, right?
Behavior means, here the behavior means the things that the sprite is doing. That is the behavior meaning here.
Okay. So now, before you learned about time events, right? Now it is time to learn key events. You know different keys, and when you're playing some games in computer or in
You see the
mobile,
joystick even.
yeah, you can see when space key is pressed and something will happen, it will jump, and if you need to move right and left, you will use the arrow keys and all
Yes.
those things, right? The same thing we can do in Sprite Lab also. Key events. Key events means when you press some key, something will happen. Okay? Shall we do the key
Trigger
events?
some events when we are pressing
Events.
it in specific
It's
key.
like joystick, right? It's like a
possible
joystick.
Yes.
To create programs that are
Interactive.
interactive.
Okay. So I will show you. We will see. Okay. We are going to do it together.
Is it
Okay.
block to
So what we are
change?
doing in this block, in this level, we are going to
Press
do a,
arrow keys on
okay.
your screen or keyboard after passing run.
Okay. So all of you listen here. You can see in the events block at 3 seconds and when up key is pressed, right? So two things are there. First one is time events and the second one is key events. Okay. Here we need a key event.
Yeah, we have to drag and drop a key event.
Okay, I don't need this up arrow. I am going to use the down
Down
arrow. Okay.
So whichever key you prefer, you can choose up, down, left, or right. Whichever key you prefer, you can select from the drop down list.
Okay. So let me, when the down arrow is pressed, what it should do? It should grow. You can select your own coding, your own behavior. What behavior your sprite wants to do, you will be selecting that. Are we all on the same page now?
Or if we want to edit that one also, that we can also
Yes,
do
ma'am.
that.
Okay. So shall we move forward?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm clicking on the run button. And I need to press on the down arrow. When I click on the down arrow,
It's growing.
can you see it is growing?
Can you put up arrow?
Yeah. How do you select that? When You can see this one where my mouse is pointing.
I
You
want
can
to
select
see.
the-
I want to see growing down small.
Okay, that is, I think there is no behavior for that. It is growing only, it is given. So we can
Shrinking is
create
given.
behavior.
Shrinking is given there. You can choose the shrinking. You want to see it going small. So you can
Okay,
choose, instead of
okay.
growing, let it be shrinking. Let him see how it shrinks.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shrinking, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start running. Listen here. Okay, up arrow, right? See, it is shrinking. It is becoming small and small and small.
Now it's invisible now.
Yeah.
I cannot see that.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it is becoming, it becomes
becomes
small.
invisible. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so how do you find it? How do you find the coding? All of you.
Continue.
Okay, so how is the coding going on? You like to code like this?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay, so it's so interesting, right? So we will be having more fun and interesting coding sessions, and we'll be coding the robots, and today we will be just focusing on the coding, okay? And next is, we can switch the behavior also, okay? So when something is happening, then you can stop that
If
behavior.
you want to switch from one behavior, to another,
you can
you
stop the old
need
one.
to stop the
Old behavior. Okay, so here the sprite is, when the program begins, the sprite is moving east, okay? And at 2 seconds, we are stopping the behavior, moving east. And then again, we will make the sprite to
west.
move west.
Yes.
Okay, so we will try that. Okay, you can see the timing here, timer here.
Yes.
Okay, then it will move to the,
2 seconds, we have to stop.
yeah.
Stop moving east and it should begin. So
Can
Okay.
you?
Okay, all of you. So shall I tell you something? Okay, you can continue with this after the session as well. Okay, after the session, you can continue doing this. Please follow the instructions given there. Okay, all of you.
I hope they understood what is the importance of programming, or what is programming, or how we can give instructions. So like this way, we will be coding the robots. So this is the way how we are making programs to make our robot work. So we have our robot, and I forgot whether we have explained about the robot that we were holding before.
See, how many of you have seen this robot before?
I have never seen that, but when I go to outside, I
have seen
saw
the
that.
same one, but like a model on my science reader.
Okay,
Okay.
so this is called an MBOT 2. Okay, MBOT.
What is
So
M42?
this is a kind of robot, okay, that you are going to make
They
here.
have
When you're coming.
tracks.
Yes, dear, tell me.
They have the 3 wheels and tracks.
Yes, yes, many things we can make, many kinds of robots.
Yeah,
We'll be having more
doing the
interesting.
programming. We will do the programming like this, how we were doing the program. So we will make the program, we will build the robot, and we will make the robot work according to our program.
Okay, so we have done some block coding program today, right? The same kind of program with some different things we will add, and we will make our robot and will program and give it to the, will just give the program, the instructions to the robot, and the robot will work accordingly. Okay, we will be having more robots as well that we will show you in the next lesson. Okay,
We are
So,
having more
more.
types of robots.
Robot
and
can move automatically, right?
Yes,
but we need to
we
give
have
some
to give program. We have to give them the instructions.
We will be give programming. We will do the programming. So in our
But
just
I don't
tomorrow's
know
lesson.
how to do that.
That's why we are here. That's why Qrobics. You will come here. We will teach you how to do the coding, and you will make the robot, and the robot will do the task that you are telling. That's why we are here, right?
Yeah.
So after your summer break, while you are going back to school, you have a lot of story to share with your friends regarding how you made your own robot, how you made the program, how you make your robot work, so and so things there you have to discuss with your friends.
Okay. So how was today's lesson?
Good and awesome.
Excellent.
Okay. Thank you so
And
much.
wow.
Okay. Oh, okay. So tomorrow we are going to enter the virtual robotics world. Okay. In tomorrow's lesson, we will be learning robotics. Not you are not going to make real robots, but it will be virtual as we are having online lessons. In the face-to-face lessons, we will be making robots and all. So tomorrow we will have the virtual robotics class. We will be making programming the virtual robots. Okay. And we have one question for you. In your life, what a robot should do for you? What a robot should do for you? How the robot should help you?
Robot can cook
Good, very good.
Very good
and
answer.
also can move, also run.
Yes.
In the beginning of the session, you
But
may
it
have
cannot
watched.
eat.
It cannot eat because we are giving power. Electricity is the food for them, right? We are giving there are
Yeah.
batteries, we will be charging them. So that's their food.
But
In the
it
beginning
cannot
of session-
bath also. It can only charge by powering.
Yes, they don't need to bath.
So in the beginning of the session, you may have went through so many robots. Have you noticed that one?
Yeah.
Some are humanoid. What is
Yes.
humanoid robot? What is humanoid robot? Do anyone have any idea about humanoid robot?
It
Human-
acts like
Human
acts like
robot can run and charge also and also cook.
Okay, we got an answer from Saida Saber that she needs a robot that should complete her homework. When I was a student, I was also thinking about that, Miss Sona. I wanted a robot that should do the homework, but I didn't get one.
Make my laundry even. Yeah.
Okay.
But you have one made with blocks.
It's only
Yes.
now, right? But we were telling about while we were a kid. At that time, we wish to have such sort of robot which could help us in our homework.
But now you have the opportunity to make robots. You can make robots. We'll be having robotics lessons. Okay.
Also,
So you can,
also we can buy it
yes, you can buy. But it is
and
better
make
to
it.
make. Instead of that, you can make your own robot, right? And you can proudly say that I made this robot to do this task. That's even more better.
Oh, got it.
Yes, because we can buy anything. We can buy anything. But the thing is, if you are making your own robot, that is the spirit. That's how you are. And tomorrow, when you're coming back for the lesson, we want more answers from you in what task the robot should help you out. Okay,
Okay.
everyone. Okay, so we are expecting more answers from you, and we need to enter the virtual robotics world tomorrow. I'm so excited to see you all tomorrow. Okay. 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 So
It's the time to sign off, right?
okay, so you can practice those coding sessions at home as well. If you are interested to do, you can complete that at home. Okay, so tomorrow we will see you with the virtual robotics lesson and team Qrobics signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye bye. Bye.
Bye.